Well, Terry, thank you for joining us. How would you assess your season personally so far?
Personally, for me, I think it's been a very good season for me. Obviously coming over here, first time in full-time English football, so I knew it was going to take a lot till sort of break in and get playing regular minutes. And I'm still obviously adapting and still learning, but I think it's went very well so far, and I just need to keep going and keep learning and keep working hard.
You're making strides on the pitch, as you said there, but off the pitch, how are you doing and how's it been settling into the area?
Yeah, I think I've settled in really well actually. Like I've said in a few other interviews, I thought it was going to be a lot harder for me, living alone and moving away from my family. But I think I've got on really well, and obviously coming over at 19, 20, it's going to be easier for me, and I'm a bit more mature. So yeah, and my family have been coming over quite a lot for most of the home games. So they've made it really easy for me, and the lads and the club have made it really easy for me. So I'm just loving it.
As you said, moving away from home for the first time can be quite a daunting process, but is that a challenge you've just embraced full on?
Yeah, from a young age, obviously this is what I wanted to do, and I knew that to get here that's what I'd have to do. So I've always had that in my mind, that I'd have to just take that on and just deal with it. And I think I've got on really well so far. Living on my own and just adapting to that, and I'm really enjoying it.
Obviously, you're still fairly early in terms of your Pompey career. Obviously, nothing's been achieved yet, but what's been your standout moment at Pompey so far? I think I could probably take a good guess, but just talk us through it.
Yeah, look, it would be hard to top that goal at Reading. Just the way the game went, and coming from 2-0 down to winning 3-2 in front of, obviously scoring in front of the away end, that went mental whenever I went in, and the noise was just mental. But I'm just enjoying every moment I have here. I've loved it ever since I've come here, and just can't wait to keep coming in every day and keep working hard.
Recently, more recent times, Saturday, Fleetwood, how good was it to get back to winning ways?
Yeah, obviously, look, the run we went on was, it's a bit out of character for us, and obviously the start of the season we set such high standards, and maybe we knew that maybe the games like that and wee periods like that would come eventually, and it's all about just trying to get out of that as quick as possible. And thankfully we got over the line on Saturday. Tough place to go to, Fleetwood, especially with the conditions and the pitch, and look, maybe we needed that wee scrappy 1-0 win, and thankfully we got over the line.
You put in a great shift in a completely different position, one you haven't played before as far as I'm aware. So how did you find that challenge? Look,
yeah, I enjoyed it, to be fair. It's always nice when you win as well, and you play all right. But I played the gaffer said to me on the bus on Friday that it just asked me had I ever played right back before, and then I was like, no, but I've played right wing back before, and he was just like, oh, even better, you're going to be playing right wing back, and then he just sort of talked me through what he wanted from me, and showed me some clips of what my positioning should look like, and where I should be, and then he said, on the ball it's not a problem, you just go and just do what you normally do. And then Friday we worked on it in the training ground. We worked on our shape and that, and so I just had to be really switched on and just take every bit of information in and listen to the players around me.
Well, in that case, I stand corrected. But for you, is it just a case of being grateful to be out there rather than worrying about where you're playing on the pitch?
Yeah, look, for me, I was just buzzing to be playing. It doesn't really matter where I am playing. If I'm playing out of position, as long as I'm being able to do a job for the team, if it helps the team out, then I'm happy enough to do it.
Something we've seen from you, no matter whether you start or come off the bench, is how you always seem to play with your heart on your sleeve and so much passion. Why is that?
I just think it's sort of like one of my attributes. The different players have different attributes. You have technical players, and I just love working hard and sort of lifting the team when I can. If sort of I do come on late in the game and the team look like they're a bit tired and you know we're sort of holding on to a lead, you know I can come on and I can give my teammates that wee lift of energy and a wee burst of energy. You know, get them up the pitch or win a free kick high up. So, you know, I think it's a good trait to have, and you know it's one I've always had and one I'll always keep.
Those bursts of energy is something we've seen sort of throughout the seasons, and your impact off the bench has been really well noted as well by supporters and the manager as well. And I was going to say, even after certain wins when you haven't been on the pitch for long, you know, you might have come on just to see out the game, you're still one of the most jubilant at full time. So what does that say about the group of lads that we got here?
Yeah, it's a really good group here, and you know we're obviously start of the season. There was a lot of new faces in the building, so we all had to get to know each other really quickly and just, you know, get to know how each other play and what our strengths and weaknesses are. And you know, I think we knitted together really well, really quickly, and you know it showed obviously with the run we went on, and you know even the tough run we went on, we stuck together and we got ourselves out of it. And you know, I just think it shows that we're a really strong bunch and we're a really good group.
Club football aside, you've also been progressing internationally. You were called up to the senior team in one of the last international breaks this season. How was that for an experience?
Yeah, it was a great experience. You know, I was actually sitting at home, you know, got a couple of days off because the under-21s only had one game, so I was just sitting, and I actually got a call, and they asked me could I come in and train with the first team, and I was just like, yeah, no worries at all. And you know, I only thought it was going to be like just to help them cover out because maybe short in numbers, but you know, the first team manager just said to me and the other lad that were called in that, you know, we're gonna travel with them for the game, and you know we were both just buzzing, and it was a great experience for us. And I didn't get on this time, but you know it's good to be there and good to be in and around, and it's nice knowing that's what they're thinking of you. You know, you're the next up if in case, you know what I mean. So just got to keep my head down and try get into that full squad.
Is that the next step for you now on your international career?
Yeah, big time. Obviously, you know. I really enjoy playing international football, and it brings new challenges every year. Sort of, you're maybe going to a different place every year and seeing new countries and playing against different teams. So yeah, that's the next step.
Looking ahead to the weekend, back in action against Port Vale. How have preparations been in training so far?
Yeah, preparations have been going really well. Like the lads we've all been working really hard this week. We've had a tough few days, and you know, the standard in training's been really high. Obviously, you know, with boys coming back from injury, we're all sort of fighting for positions now. So the standard's just been really good on the intensity and everything, and it's been a really good week.
How have you found the backing from our supporters this season? You even got a song during the Reading game as well.
Yeah, the backing this year has been incredible. To be honest, you know, I come from a club with a big backing as well, what I thought was a big backing, but you know, coming over to a club this size and you know, getting to play in front of 18,000, 19,000 at home every week, you know, it's just amazing. And they've stuck with us even through the bad times, you know, like bringing, I think it was 1,100 to Fleetwood, you know, after maybe one win in 5 games. You know, it just says a lot about them, and it really does lift us, and the boys really do notice it, and we just try and do our best every game for them.
Club football, you've come on leaps and bounds. International football, you've been making great steps as well, but we have to talk about maybe one of the biggest successes of this season for you, Pompey playlist. We're just going to roll a clip from your fan Q&A though.
I don't really have like a favourite artist or anything. I'm not that big into music.
And a quote from that was, I just listen to whatever. I don't really have a favourite artist. I'm not really into my music. So that just poses the question, how have you been doing so well?
Look, I think you gotta play the game, really, don't you? You gotta think what the fans would like, and you know what the most popular songs are, and obviously I just go on to Spotify and I just have a wee listen and pick what I think's best.
You got some good tunes up your sleeve for Northampton?
Yeah, I've got them picked and all already.